I'd like to begin by respectfully acknowledging the people of the Yugambeh language region, the traditional owners of the land on which this podcast is being recorded today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. Welcome to the Can You Shut Up podcast. I'm your host, Taylor, and in this podcast, we pretty much just talk about everything and anything. I like to refer to it as talking shit and giving tips. So come hang out with me and let's learn, grow, cry, laugh, and chase our dreams together. Hello, welcome back to the Can You Shut Up podcast. My name is Taylor. I hope you're just living the dream, having the best day, the best night, the best evening. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just rock on. Oh my God, why did I just say rock on? Anyways, today's episode is going to be a fiery one. I'm keen for some like tough love, just some boom boom shit. Dude, what the hell is going on? Don't know why I'm talking like this. I need to calm down for a second. I think the coffee has just kicked in. Anyway, this episode coming up is going to be very fiery, a bit of tough love, a bit of hard truth for you. We're going to be talking, or I'm going to be giving you my 5 biggest tips on how to up-level the fuck out of your life. How to up-level the frick out of your life. We're going to take our shit to the next level. We're taking our life to the next level, not our shit. That was very weird. We're taking our life to the next level, and I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 tips on how the frick I'm doing that and how you can do it too. Anyway, you know the drill. Before we get into the episode, it's time to talk about myself because it's my podcast, and I like to talk to you because I like talking to a camera. Weekly recap. Let's jump into it. What have I done? Also, side note, very random. I feel like I talk better, or no. I feel like the volume, no again. I feel like the audio sounds a lot better when I'm closer to the microphone talking. So I hope it does because I put it a lot closer this time. And if I listen back to this and it's all muffled, I'm going to be a little bit angry. But anyways, weekly recap, I'm getting very sidetracked. Okay, first thing. So I mentioned at the end of last week's episode that I wanted to bring out, or I want to create a routine guide, like how to build a solid routine. And I was talking about how I'm going to price it really cheap. Like I don't want to be a cash grabber. I don't want to rip people off. But then my friend Kenzie called me out for my shit. She was like, girl, why the hell are you calling yourself cheap? Like you should say affordable. Cheap sounds shit. Well, she didn't say it this aggressively. But basically me calling it cheap and me saying I'm going to price it really cheap and so people can buy it because I don't want to be a cash grabber, that is putting my freaking value down. That is putting myself down. So no, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be affordable and I'm going to price it for based on my worth. So thank you, Kenzie, for calling me out of my bullshit because I was just having mad imposter syndrome. I was putting myself down. I didn't want to appear like I'm just here for a little cash grab because I'm not. I'm providing value. I'm putting in the work to provide value and create this guide. So that is exciting. I'm working on that guide. Honestly, I have not started yet, but all the thoughts are there. So join the Facebook group if you want to like stay up to date with that because I'm definitely going to be posting a lot more on the podcast community group about just little things about the guide, like what the heck do you want me to call it? Because I've got lots of options, which I just don't know what I'm going with yet. And then also, last Wednesday when my podcast went up, so I didn't talk about this yet, but I went to Cold Nips for the first time with my new friend, Jess. She also has a podcast, Let's Peel and Heal. Love that podcast name. Love her. So I went to Cold Nips for the first time. It was just amazing. Like the weather was pretty hectic. It was raining. It was freezing. Well, it wasn't really that cold. That was a bit dramatic. There wasn't like a beautiful sunrise, but like the vibes were still so freaking high. But I just loved it. We went on this big ass run and then we did some yoga and stretching and then we all run into the ocean, jump in the ocean. And it's like bloody like 6 a.m. when we're doing this. And it was just high vibes. I loved it. It was so much fun. And Cold Nips is kind of just like a community event where you just get together with a bunch of like-minded people and go for an early sunrise ocean dip. And it was just high vibes. Every person I spoke to was just so beautiful, so lovely. And then other than that, I've just been on my grind. I feel like I had such a productive week last week. Honestly, the most productive week of my life. I was getting shit done. But at the same time as that, I have been so stressed. I did not even have a break on the weekend. I was just working, trying to get shit done. I think I was very tapped into my masculine energy. That made me very, very out of balance. I was very, very stressed, very worked up. I need to definitely find a more healthy balance there because I feel like, oh my God, there's a fly buzzing around. This fly, oh my gosh. Anyways, but I do need to really find that healthy balance because I can't, I'm really struggling to find it. So I'm just working really, really hard on the grind, being productive, but then at the same time, because I'm being so productive and I find myself having more time in the workday, I'm taking on so much extra shit, which is good. It is good. But at the same time, I'm like, holy shit, I'm so stressed. I'm really, really stressed because then I've got all these deadlines due and I'm working on the weekend. I'm working till like 10 p.m. trying to get shit done. So that's that. Very chaotic. Don't really know how to navigate that. Well, I do know how to navigate it. That is a fucking limiting belief right there. I will navigate this shit and I will come out more balanced. But yes, that is my weekly recap. Week has been very good, a bit chaotic, and yeah, trying to find the balance with my stressed out mindset, but we'll get there. We know we're going to get there. We're going to work through it and we're going to come out the other side. And for my holy shit moment of the week, oh my God. So I literally did a workout on last Saturday. I'm filming this on Tuesday. Last Saturday on the weekend, I did a workout, an endurance-based workout for that 8-week challenge I'm doing that I was telling you about in my last episode. When I'm walking today, I'm still sore everywhere. It was a full body endurance workout and everything is hurting. Everything is stinging still. I have not been to the gym since Saturday because I'm just dead. Like my whole body is like, ow, ow, ow. But I think I'm just being kind of very dramatic. But no, my muscles do hurt, so I'm not being dramatic. I don't know why I'm trying to like question myself here. No. Anyways, that is my holy shit moment of the week. Pretty much just holy shit, I cannot move my body because that workout freaking messed me up. Anyways, we're going to get into this episode. It's going to be a fiery one. It's going to be some tough love. We're going to be talking about how to up-level the fuck out of your life. Do not know where the hell that accent or even what that accent was. Anyways, we need to get into it because I can feel that I'm in a very talkative mood and I will talk about anything for hours. So let's jump into the episode. Okie dokie. I am just like obsessed with self-development and I'm sure you are too because my whole podcast these days is just self-development related and we want to up-level the fuck out of our lives. We want to live the best life possible. We want to take our life to the next level. So I'm going to share my top 5 tips or the top 5 things I'm doing and the top 5 biggest things I've noticed that have helped me shift my life from being just unhappy, down, freaking just in my own head, stuck in my own ways, to really just doing a whole 360 and just being like, holy fuck, I can do whatever the shit I want with my life and taking my life to the next freaking level. So my first biggest tip is that you need to decide to get out of your own way. You are the only person in your own way. And yes, we make up excuses saying, it's this that's in my way. It's this person that's in my way. But bro, those are all outside things. Everything you need is already in you. If you want to do something, you can fucking do it. The only thing stopping you is you and your thoughts telling you that, oh, this might fail. Oh, I'm not good enough. So you need to get out of your own way and show yourself how good it gets. Because once you realize and once you acknowledge that, hey, I'm fucking in my own way right now. The only reason I'm not doing this is because I think I can't do it. But that is just me literally self-sabotaging myself from doing something that I know I want to do, but my old self is holding me back saying, no, let's stay safe, let's stay comfortable, let's not do the thing. But no, you need to choose to get out of your own way from a place of your higher self, and you need to show yourself how fucking good it will get once you get out of your own way. Take me, for example, when I went on my random ass, unnecessary, very unexpected 6-week break from this podcast because I wanted to give this podcast a glow up, I wanted to revamp it, I wanted to take this podcast to the next level. But I decided to take 6 weeks off this podcast when I knew I could have done all the shit I did to this podcast in 3 days. But no, I made it take 6 weeks because I was constantly overthinking. I was like, oh my God, I need to show up like 100% better. I need to like launch this podcast revamp video and make it just 1000% perfect. And I just kept putting myself down. So I was like, no, it's not good enough. I need to refilm. This isn't good enough. I need to refilm this. And I just keep putting myself down because I was literally blocking myself from just getting the podcast out there because my thoughts kept telling me, no, it needs to be better. It can be better than this. It should be better than this. Like, no, you're not ready to launch yet. You're not ready to launch yet. But that was literally just myself holding myself back, and I let those thoughts win for a good 6 weeks. I got out of my own freaking way and I was like, no, I'm literally making excuses as to why I'm not launching this podcast. Like me saying that this isn't good enough, this isn't ready to go. That is literally just me being in a fear-based mindset, thinking that it's not good enough, it's not ready to go. But it is. Like, just freaking launch the thing. And then if I want to make changes, I can make changes later on. So if that one thing just came to your mind that you're really wanting to start, you're really wanting to do, you're really wanting to pursue, but is that how you say pursue? Pursue? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. But if that one thing that you want to do came to your mind, ask yourself, why haven't I done this yet? Why haven't I taken the action towards this thing that I want to do yet? See if your first thought is an outside factor. See if your first thought is you making excuses saying, oh, well, I don't have enough money to do this yet. Oh, I don't have a good enough computer. I don't have a good enough phone to do this yet. Just see what your first thought is and just notice it, because I can almost guarantee you it's probably going to be an outside factor that's stopping you. That's just an excuse. That is an excuse. You have everything you need inside of you to make shit happen. My next biggest tip that you're not going to want to hear, but you got to hear it, is to cut those people off. I don't care that you're thinking, oh my God, but like it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Like our friendship is going to rekindle. It's going to go back to its old ways. It's not, okay? It's just not. Stop holding on to hope that the friendship or the relationship will get better. They're literally just holding you back. They're keeping you small from your truest potential because they're keeping you as your older self and you can't flourish into your higher self, your new self, your grown self, because you're literally stuck in a relationship that you're trying to fix or you're trying to rekindle. But you built that relationship based on your old self. And if that person doesn't want to grow with you, if you're finding it really hard to like keep a relationship with someone just because the only reason you want to keep that relationship is because you have history or you have memories with them, that is not a good enough reason. Cut them off. Cut them off. You're literally holding yourself back. Yes, it sucks. It literally sucks. It's painful. But if you're thinking, maybe I should cut this person off, like they're not that good for me, or you hang out with this person and you don't feel good after hanging out with them, that is your sign to cut them off. It hurts. Yes, it's going to hurt. What's going to hurt more is you staying in that same situation, trying to make it better, putting all your energy into this relationship or this friendship, trying to keep it as it was, or trying to grow with this person that doesn't want to grow with you. They're holding you back. Cut them off. See you later. Move on with life. Feel the feelings. Don't move on with life just yet. Feel the feelings, feel the emotions of that loss, and move on with your life, because you're going to meet new people that are more aligned with you. And trust me, your life is going to get a whole lot better. You cannot completely up level and grow in your life if you're still holding on to people from the past just because you don't want to let that person go, because that is your old self not wanting to let that person go. That is your old self still holding on to your old self, which has those friendships. So let them go. It's going to be okay. You're going to get through it. It's all part of growth. It's all part of your life's journey. And I'm not saying just to go cut everybody out of your life and just be lonely. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, like, if you're hanging out with people and you feel shit hanging out with them, or you come home after hanging out with them and you feel drained, you're like, ugh, like that didn't feel good. I think you really need to dig deep on those feelings and just ask yourself, hey, is this really a friendship I want to be in? Is this friendship serving me? And then also, if you're having the thoughts of, I should probably cut these people off, then that is a massive sign that, hey, you should probably cut that person off. Because if the friendship was good, if you're feeling good in the friendship, you're not going to be having those thoughts. Because most of the time we stay in friendships, we stay in relationships because we're so scared of what it's going to be like without them. But that fear is coming from our older self, not wanting to completely let our older self, and our old selves is attached with these certain relationships, these certain friendships. If we want to continue growing, if we want to take our life to the next level, if we want to really unleash and unlock our true potential, we need to let our old selves go. We need to let go of all the relationships and friendships that are no longer serving us. And yes, it's so scary. But I truly think staying in a relationship or staying in a friendship out of fear is not a good enough reason to stay in that relationship. All right, my next tip is to set a standard for yourself, a daily standard for yourself. What are all the non-negotiables on your to-do list that you need to get done every single day or Monday to Friday? If you're feeling tired and you're just feeling like, ugh, like I just want to stay in bed all day, like you're having a shit mental health day, you're feeling like shit, what are those daily standards, those daily non-negotiables that you need to get done before you go lay in bed? I have a standard of things that I need to get done for that day before I allow myself to get into my bed and just call it a day, sit with my feelings, sit with my thoughts. I think I have about 10 non-negotiable things that I need to do. And that basically just includes things like posting to all my podcast social medias, doing all my client work, going through my emails, and then that's kind of it. So then once I've done all those few tasks for the day, I will allow myself to just get the freaking bed, call it a day, do whatever I want. That is all I had to do for the day. But if I'm feeling good, I'm feeling like motivated and stuff, I'm spending a whole day getting shit done. I'm working on my side hustle. I'm working on all these other projects I'm doing. But if I'm having a shit day, then those few things I make myself do, that is my standard that I have to do for that day before I can call it a day and go do whatever else I want, go to the beach, blah, blah, blah. And this is really, really important for me, because if I didn't do anything in the day and I just laid in bed because I was having a bad day, because I was having a shit day, it would make me feel shitter, because then I'm just constantly stressing over all the shit I know I have to do once I get up, or the next day comes around. So I make sure I get those things done, and that will allow me to just fully relax, fully embrace like whatever shit is going on, and just really just sit with myself. Okay, my fourth biggest tip is to build healthy habits. It takes on average 59 days to fully build a habit. So just 2 months of doing that specific thing every single day until you're doing it without even realizing you're doing it. It becomes a full-blown habit. Creating habits from your higher self is just so freaking important. Once you can start these habits, once you can implement these habits, your whole life just starts to shift instantly. Well, probably not instantly, probably like a good week or two in. You will notice a difference. I remember when I was setting the habit of getting up at 4 a.m., I was not feeling it every single time for like a good month. When that 4 a.m. alarm went off, my eyes were stinging, my body was just telling me no. Like I was like forcing myself to get out of bed because my body and my head's just like, stay in bed. And I'm like, no, bitch, we're getting up. And now when my alarm goes off at 4 a.m., I'm like awake. I'm ready to go. My body's like, yes, let's do this. We're used to this. Like, let's get up and go. I'm excited for my 4 a.m. alarm to go off. And I never thought I would say that when I was trying to build this habit because I hated it. I was like, I friggin' hate this. What's even the point of getting up at 4 a.m.? But now it's just a game changer. Like getting up at 4 a.m. has literally completely changed my life. Getting up at 4 a.m. means I go to the gym earlier, means I come home earlier, I get stuck into work earlier, I finish my day earlier. And it just goes to show like creating one habit, that is just one habit that has completely shifted my life for the better because it allows me to do so many more things in the day. And just starting to build a new habit does not have to be very, very dramatic, like getting up at 4 a.m. every day. Like it could just be, I want to drink 3 liters of water every single day. And you set an alarm every single day that tells you go and drink half a cup of water, go and drink half a cup of water until you are just on an autopilot mode, drinking your 3 liters of water every single day without noticing, only for 2 months. It's only for 59 days. You're going to build these habits and they're going to transform every other area of your life. I'm in the process of building a gratitude habit where the first thing I think of when I wake up is, oh my God, thank you for this day. Thank you for a new day. Thank you for the air I breathe. That is the current habit I'm working on. And what I'm doing to build that habit is the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do when my 4 a.m. alarm goes off is I put on a gratitude affirmations video on YouTube and I sit there and I listen to it before I do anything else. And even this morning when I woke up, the first thing that came to my mind was, I'm so thankful for this day. Thank you. And yes, some days that will be my first thought, but it's still not my first thought on every single day. So I need to keep building that habit until every single day I'm waking up and I'm appreciating the day. And when I wake up in the morning appreciating the day, that just adds a whole new level of high vibe gratitude to my whole day. Throughout my whole day, I'm feeling like thankful for everything. A new email comes my way, a new opportunity comes my way. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you for this. So that just goes to show how habits literally transform your life, and you need to build healthy habits. Put in the work for 2 months. And then after those 2 months, you're going to be literally doing those things on autopilot and you're going to shock yourself with how bloody good it gets. And my last tip, which is probably my favorite tip, is get comfortable with being by yourself. We're so scared to just sit with our thoughts and notice our thoughts because we don't want to feel these hard, big, strong emotions. We just want to feel happy. We want to be distracted all the time. We constantly want to be scrolling on our phones. We constantly want to be around other people so we can talk to them and not have to sit with our brains and what we're thinking. And yes, I was this person. I never wanted to be alone. I did not know how people just did things by themselves. I'm like, oh, I could never do things by myself. That is so boring. Like I have to be with someone. But once I kind of forced myself to just be alone and just be alone with my thoughts, no background music, no background TV shows going on, no scrolling on my phone, just being alone, completely alone, just me, nothing else, just me. I just built such a strong relationship with myself. I have a whole new level of respect for myself. I have a whole new level of love for myself and appreciation for myself. I feel like I just know myself on such a deep, deep level, which if you asked me like 2-3 years ago who I was, I would have no fucking idea. I would not know who I was because I just didn't know who I was. I would never spend time with myself. The only time I spent with myself was when I was bloody sleeping and I was knocked out. So I didn't know what the hell I was thinking. And spending time by yourself does not mean watching TV by yourself, scrolling on your phone by yourself. You're literally distracted. Being by yourself is just being by yourself with nothing, no distractions, just sitting there or just like walking around, just going on a walk with no headphones. Once you really, really start to spend so much time with yourself and do things by yourself, you just have a whole new appreciation for yourself. You build a whole new level of respect and love for yourself. You know how to cut off people so much easier if they're not serving you because you have so much more respect for yourself. You know what you deserve. You just love yourself unconditionally. And it becomes so easy just to say, hey, you're not serving me. Like we're done. Our friendship is done. Our relationship is over. It will become second nature to just remove yourself from situations that you're not comfortable in, remove yourself from relationships that you're not happy in, because you just have a whole new level of respect for yourself. And you're like, fuck this. I'm happier by myself. If this person is not adding value to my life, if this situation is not adding value to my life, then they can get fricked for all I care because I'd rather spend that quality time by myself. Holy shabumbles. I have just spoken a mouthful. I need to have a sip of water because my mouth do be dry after that. If you cannot tell, I am passionate about up-leveling the frick out of your life. I'm passionate about spending time by yourself. I love just constantly evolving, constantly up-leveling, constantly growing. It's what I thrive for. It's what I love. I love. I might even make a guide on that too because I'm very passionate about that. Oh my gosh. See, this guide that I want to work on, right? I literally just had the thought right then and there that I'm in my own way. I'm literally stopping myself from working on this guide because I'm so scared that it's going to turn out shit. So I need to get the frick out of my own way there. Once again, like I'm literally holding myself back. Don't know where all these accents are coming from, so quite sorry about that. But I hope you loved this episode. I hope you took something away from it. Oh my God, I feel like I was quite brutal in that. So I do apologize. Actually, no, I don't, because if I hurt your feelings, that's you. That means you need to work through that. You need to work through your trigger. Why were you triggered by that? But once again, come join the podcast community. I'm really promoting this podcast community a lot, considering I have not posted in there once. So that's quite awkward, to be honest. But if you want to come join it, come join it. If you want to watch this if you want to watch this podcast on YouTube, then it's on YouTube. And you can also watch the video on Spotify, which is quite cool. We love a good Spotify feature like that. But I also want to say thank you, a big ass old thank you for everyone that has followed this podcast, everyone that has rated this podcast. Oh my God, dude, I literally looked at the rating the other day and we have like 12 5-star ratings. Like, oh my God, thank you for rating this podcast 5 stars. That means so much. Like, you don't even know, because for a while there, I was the only person that rated myself. And I mean, go off. We always got to support ourselves. We always got to be our number one fan. But then to like literally look at it the other day, I had like 12 5-stars. I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool, man. So I appreciate you. I thank you for that a lot. But other than that, I'm going to skedaddle, maybe go to the gym. I'm kind of wanting just to go to McDonald's and get some drive-through food because it's very rainy and a gloomy day and it's very vibey. You know, when it's raining outside and it's cold, it's just very vibey. I also feel very glam today. Like I literally straightened my hair for this podcast episode. So I'm feeling a little bit bougie, I might say, and my lips are very dry though, so I need to put some lip gloss on. That was very off topic. Don't know why I just brought that up, but I'm just literally just speaking everything I'm thinking right now, so I'm gonna skedaddle. I need to shut up. So I will see you in the next podcast episode. I love you so much. Have the best day, whatever you're doing, or nighttime, or if it's 1 a.m, I just hope you go to sleep soon, or if you're just like listening to this because you're bored, what's up? Anyways, don't know why I'm still talking. I need to shut up. All right, goodbye. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I really do appreciate it more than you know. If you're feeling a little bored and want to do something, then you're more than welcome to leave a review, give me a follow, share with friends, whatever you want to do. No pressure though. And also, any feedback is more than welcome. Just come slide into my DMs on Instagram or TikTok. The username is just canyoushutup.podcast. If you're driving, drive safely, and I hope you all have the most magical day filled with new opportunities and memories. And I'll be back in your ears next week. Bye.